How do you prepare yourself for a potential reduction in Social Security benefits that we're promised might happen by 2033? The Wall Street Journal has come out with an article that said that's going to mean $8,000 to $17,000 less per individual across America. So the question is not, is it going to happen, because we can't control that? But the real question, and what I'm here to talk to you today about, is how do we prepare for it? Now, originally, when I was preparing some things you can do, I came up with about 12 things you can do, but I wanted to narrow it for this show so we can get down to like 3 major things you can do to prepare for any potential reduction in Social Security in the future. Number 1, the best thing you can do to prepare for a potential reduction in Social Security is build a bigger lumberyard. By that I mean your savings, your investments, your retirement savings. Number 1 on that, I would say underneath that is work on those 401ks, work on those 403bs, add as much as you can. Some people are deciding, hey, I may need to work a little bit longer if they're really going to reduce Social Security benefits, because you have to be responsible for yourself. And the best way to do it, especially if you're 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 even better years away, is continue to build into those 401ks, those retirement plans, those IRAs as much as you can. Secondly, you need other investments. You don't just need all of your money invested in building this big retirement bundle of money that you're going to have. You don't just need it all in qualified plans that are going to be taxed every dollar that comes out at regular income rates. So you need to build some after-tax accounts, okay? That's just like your bank accounts, your savings accounts, your brokerage accounts. Those get taxed on the growth of them, but they don't get taxed on every penny that comes out. And the third thing I would say in building this larger pile of investments is you need to have a good emergency fund. I think you need to have money in the bank. How much? Probably enough to operate for 3 months on the minimum. Some people like 6 months. I think past that anymore, it's a little bit counterproductive because your money's not making that much money, but it's safe, it's accessible, and you can get your hands on it if you need it in an emergency. So in review, the biggest thing you can do to get ready for any reduction in Social Security that might come is build a bigger pile of investments and savings and for retirement. And you do that by building your retirement plans, by building your after-tax plans for diversification, and also by building your emergency fund. The second major thing you can do to get ready for any reduction that might come in Social Security is get rid of your debt as much as you can. Now, I deal with people every single week who come in from our channel here to see us here in Anaheim, California, where we're located. I deal with people who come in from our TV shows, our radio shows, and I'm amazed at how many people are about to go into retirement and they're still carrying credit card debt to the tune of $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, even more sometimes, and they're paying 25, 26, 27% interest on that. Well, building a bigger pile is great, but if that pile if it's a bag and it's got a hole in it and you're losing money at that rate, it's forever paying off those credit cards sometimes. So you need to develop a plan to get out of debt and reduce particularly your credit card debt, maybe your student loan debts. We don't know if they're going to call them off, if they're going to forgive them. We don't know what they're going to do. Maybe your student loan debts. So those are the things, those high interest paying debts you need to deal with. Related to that, you may also want to address your mortgage. If you're close to paying off your mortgage, the most contented people I have out of the hundreds of clients that we work with on an ongoing basis, the most contented people I have are the ones who have no mortgage in retirement. I've likened it many, many times to running the low hurdles versus running the high hurdles. Every month that mortgage payment comes. And if you can't, and I'm a financial advisor, but I'm also not, just there to try to be somebody that'll put a pacifier in your mouth and say, you're okay. Sometimes I have to tell people, if you work another year and pay off your mortgage, your retirement is going to be so much better. In this subject, I would also say a reduction in Social Security might really be helped by the fact that you have no mortgage that you're carrying. So the second big thing is get rid of your debt. The third big thing you can do to anticipate and get ready for something that might happen in 7, 8, or 9 years as a reduction in Social Security is you might consider additional streams of income. Now, here's what I mean by that. 43% of the people by statistics who are in their 70s still have some kind of employment. So you may be forced to do it, and you may say, well, I'm already retired. I can't work a year longer like you suggested earlier. So what you might need to do is pick up a part-time job, be a greeter at Walmart, do something like that. Not a full-time job like you had when you were working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, but a part-time job just to bring in a little bit of income to make up for some of the loss that you're not getting, what you would not be getting from Social Security. So maybe a part-time job. That's if you're already retired. Now, if you are not retired, you might also say, well, I'm doing everything on the 401k. I've got the emergency plan. I'm paying down the debt. We're doing all of those things. What else can I do? You might want to consider, if you're 5, 10, 15 years from retirement, creating something that will give you a flow of passive income. Passive income just means you don't have to work on it all the time. I have rental houses. They pay me a check every month. That's really nice. I sign the back. That's my work. It's really hard. Sign your name on the back of that check. So you might want to get into something that will pay you passive income if you've got 10 or 15 years to build for it. I do not generally recommend that somebody retire and then start buying houses, because you are creating another job really for yourself in just the buying and the maintenance and the upkeep. But it might be a good time, if you're 10, 15 years from retirement, to start trying to think of ways you can create passive income. Maybe you're in a house right now that you don't want it to be your final house, but you want to buy another house that will be your final house because of location or size or whatever, and you want to keep this house and turn it into a rental house. A lot of things and a lot of ways you can build passive income. So, just to review, what do you do if they do reduce Social Security benefits in 8, 9, or 10 years? The better thing you can do right now is prepare to build a bigger amount of savings and investments. Second thing you can do is you can reduce your debt. And the third thing you can do, if you've got a while, is you can create some passive income, or if you're retired already, you might pick up a part-time job. All of those things can help you. Sometimes you might listen to some of these things, and even as I'm telling you how to do or what to do, you might think, wow, that's a lot of stuff to do and a lot of ways you can do that. That's where we really suggest a financial advisor comes into play, particularly not a broker, not an investment company. Like you see a lot of these companies, blank investment. You need to get somebody who's a financial planner who can plan not just for how much you're going to make this year over last year, but how long are you going to last? How long is your money going to last? Are you going to run out of money before you die? A real financial retirement plan. We call it at our place a retirement blueprint. That's what you need, either from us or someone else. You need to reach out to a financial advisor, a financial planner who focuses on retirement to help you build your plan. I'm Tom Mosley. I promise you every week, if you'll give me 8 to 10 minutes, I'll do my best to increase your financial knowledge. If you really want to know more information about building a plan, you can click on the tab here. We've got a whole program that addresses that. If you want to reach out to us as a company, that's what all of our 6 advisors here at Mosley Wealth Management do, is we help people all over the country build a retirement blueprint. So you can go to the website and fill out a little form there, and we'll contact you, and we'll set up some time by Zoom or phone or however, if you're in Southern California, in person, so that we can meet with you and help you personally. And if you like the show, always click the subscribe button. And I've also had some people this week tell me they like to send this show to some of their friends, that it might really be pertinent for them and something that they would find interesting. So click the subscribe button for yourself, send it to a friend. We'll see you next week.